Gigafactory 2 is ready for production, Elon promises a quick fix for a quirky bug, and BlackVue install on a Model 3. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 346 for January 10th, 2018. We start things at Bloomberg, where we finally hear some news from the initially exciting and now very dormant solar roof product that Tesla introduced over a year ago now. Having no installations except a select few employees, and having initial product produced at the Fremont factory, today we get the report that the Gigafactory 2 in Buffalo, which was always intended to produce the product, is now indeed doing so. The email received by Bloomberg said that the company expects to begin installing the roofs for standard customers within the next few months. This is an interesting story from the standpoint of the time frame of the product. While it took us near a year and a half from introduction to production for Model 3, it took about the same amount of time for what you'd think is a considerably less complex product, which is somewhat peculiar in my book. The only reason I can pull off the top of my head is that maybe longevity testing played a factor in the length of time to get the product in customers' hands, but if you've got thoughts, feel free to send them to me. Over to Teslarati for the final two stories. We start with a look at our unfortunate brothers and sisters with Autopilot Hardware 2 equipped cars, and the tribulations they've gone through to simply get to parity with the features that Hardware 1 cars enjoy. It had appeared as of the new year that everyone finally got to rejoice as the last remaining feature that hadn't been enabled, automatic wipers, had finally made its way to the cars. The delay, Tesla informs us, was due to the fact that Tesla did not include a dedicated rain sensor on AP2 cars, as was equipped on AP1 cars. Instead, they decided to flex their neural net muscle to determine if there was something on the windshield which needed cleared. However, it seems that a small snag has been hit. An apparent bug exists that when you open the driver's door of a Model 3, and some also report the same for a Model S, and it happens to be raining outside, this triggers an immediate actuation command to the wipers, soaking the driver exiting the vehicle. Elon took to Twitter not long after a Reddit thread got started regarding the matter, saying simply, quote, "fixed in next release," end quote. Finally tonight, you've seen the detailed video I've posted when I installed a BlackVue DR650S 2-channel dash cam into my car, and know that I highly recommend you grab one of these if you're going to own a Tesla. Teslarati has some stills and short video of the install of a next-generation model of the camera I installed, but on the Model 3. Unfortunately, this is not a very detailed video, but it does give you an idea of what is required if you're going to attempt to do this yourself. The owner of this car had professionals do the job, and their feeling was that this was a much harder install, as the owner reports they believe that the Model 3 is built significantly better than the Model S or Model X. I'd say that they have some authority on the subject, as the owner also reports they've done this install on over 600 Teslas, which is no small number. The difficulty, as you'll see, is that with my Model S, I had no panel removal required to get the job done, save for the one in the trunk for the back camera. On the Model 3, sourcing power and running wires required a lot more work and entailed the removal of many panels. If you're a brave DIYer, this isn't an impossible mission, but it sure looks to be a tough one. This might be an instance where it's worth ponying up some coin to have professionals with plenty of experience do the work and give you more likely a much more quality look than you would be able to manage on your own. Make sure you check out the links to the full stories in the show description. While you're at it, check out the show Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks so much to the super patrons supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Waltower, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Quindici, John Rich, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, and Adam Raymer Brown. If you can't support with dollars, be sure to show your love with positive reviews and subscriptions on YouTube, iTunes, and other services across the internet, or use the show referral code TS.LA/JON4602 if you're in the market for a new Tesla. It's good for free supercharging for the life of the vehicle. That's it for today. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. I'll see everyone back here again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.